Hi everyone, so this is a different view. Back doors are in, all trimmed up, ceiling got lights on it. You can see the cans of tyre foam down there. That should be nice and out the way when the bed's in. I've now trimmed one corner up there, and I've got the timber cut to go in here. So I'm now just gonna glue over that, put some material over it, and I'll do up this side, which will be a little bit more tricky, and around that corner and down there. So we'll see what that looks like, and then the last piece will be obviously in there and down there. So let's make a start on this and see how far we get. Okay, so I've put some silver tape here because there was quite a bit of muck and glue of some description, and I was concerned that I wouldn't get a really good adhesion to the carpet. So what I've done is just simply put that over it, the aluminium tape, so I've got a fighting chance of something sticking to that rather than the other stuffing, and you can see it's coming through anyway. But yep, that's where we're at, so we'll start this now. Running out, so let's just get this bit on. Let's see where that takes us. Not quite happy with that. I want to get it as low as I can, really, because that's better. When I put the lino down, I want something to butt up to. So that's there, so now just find the grooves. See, it's a bit short. If anything, we're better off pulling that off because I've got room. Yeah, let's do that again. Tape hasn't really worked as well as I'd like it to have. So I was there. Let's let that drag on the floor a bit. Not that much. That's there. Okay, doesn't look as pretty as first time, so I'll try and get them bits out now if we can. Yeah, that's shite. Why is that like that? Not happy with that. Put a bit more glue on. Dry again. Put it on now before it sets. I think we've got a chance we'll be alright with that. It seems to stretch up over there. A bit better if we can. So, thinking maybe get this corner on first. That's a bit better. A bit more at the bottom there. So that's better. Right, so you can see, you can take it off 3 or 4 times, just apply a bit more glue, and then I'm just finding them creases in the carpet where the steel work is. And these are the best parts because it makes it look fun. It makes it look a bit more professional than just sticking it on and walking away from that. Now what I'll do, I'll let all this bit here set, and then I'll stretch it over the top, which I'm not exactly sure is going to be best, but we'll work that out as we're doing it, won't we? That's going to be the best bit. So, yeah. Cool. So it doesn't look too bad. Get these lines in where we can feel a crease or something. Lines in there. And then once we finish that, get it tucked to the top, put timber on, a little bit up there, and that bit's done. So it's getting there. So this bit's done. The top bit is all just obviously loose to trim back and cut, which I'll do later. But as you can see, I'll cut this here and make that new piece. I just wait to get it in. So this piece, I'll show you how I've done that. We'll open the side door and get a bit more light in there. I'm going to show you that one. So no matter which way I try and fold this, I'm going to end up with a crease. So I'm going to show you what I do, and hopefully it'll look good. It's going to be hard to video this because, again, I need someone to hold the camera while I video so I can do the job, but I'll try and work something out. So there's a crease there already, so I'm going to cut along there. There'll be another one somewhere like here. I'll cut along there and I'll feather them in, and hopefully you shouldn't be able to see over them. So cut that now. I'm going to glue that up, and hopefully you won't see that by the time I've stitched it in, but well, glued it in. That'll fold over there, and I'll match that line so it'll look right then. But I need to have both hands, and I can't do that with the camera. Okay, let's have a go with that. So that's what I'm doing. You cut a section, you glue it, you then come back, glue this section, and then fold it up to there so you can't see. And you cut through this bit here, tuck it up, and in theory you can't tell, which is what I've done all around there. This bit I could cut, I've just tucked it over because I thought, well, it's extra, just a little bit of insulation, that's all it is. So I'll try and show you this bit once I've got it glued. Go from there. So that's now glued in place, you see. And I'm just going to get a knife from underneath there. I'll use this as an example, and I'll just cut up. And that should fit in that gap, in theory. Let's see. If not, you can always stretch it and make it fit. Well, I don't think you can see that. It is there. It is more noticeable. Well, no, it's not even there. It's there. That's where the line is, and I was showing you, you can see it, but saying that, can you really see it? Not really. Who's going to be that close to the carpet anyway? But right, we'll get that bit up there now. Go with that. Okay, so that's that one glued up on the back as well. Quick, simple job. Nothing exciting. Use too much glue as usual, but it's relatively cheap, so let's go and mount that on the van, see what it looks like. So that side's on. You can see now why you do the wheel arch first. get that in, and the side piece. I'll just run round. So you see that there now. There's not a lot I can do with that. You're never going to get a board wide enough to get that anyway, I wouldn't have thought so. But that gives you an idea what we're up against. So now, side door to do for tomorrow. It's getting too warm now and I don't like the heat, so that's for tomorrow's job. A little bit of trim up there, a little bit above the back doors. And it's all just on one side really. So that's taken me, what, 2-3 hours to do? And it doesn't look too bad of a job. And again, you're not even going to see it. Bed's going to cover that completely, so you're only going to see this top half. But you still get access to your lights in that and there. So yeah, don't look too bad. Quite happy with that. That'll do, mate.